Hi, this is Paula Johnson from the Linda Ray team, and we are now showing houses as of May 7th. So excited to be back with our clients. And I'm here with Jaymie, and I love women power. So, hey, Jaymie, what is it you do?
Thanks, Paula. It's good to see you. Hopefully that can be in person very soon. I'm a
Great.
home inspector. So I've
A
been a
home inspector, really? A woman home inspector? Oh, tell me more.
good. Yeah, so about 10 years ago, I met a home inspector, and it's before, HGTV and Mike Holmes and all that was really popular. So it wasn't something that I had heard of often. And I said, well, what exactly is home inspection? And he explained it to me, and I just fell in love with it. So I've been with House Call for 10 years.
Great. So, are you house call? What exactly is house call? What do they do?
Awesome. So House Call is a home inspection company, and we have other
Mhm.
services as well that have to do with the health and safety of a home. And I'll gladly talk about that.
Great.
But we are a company that's a franchise. We call it a family, but it's based in New Orleans. My husband, Brandon, and I lived in New Orleans for several years,
Okay.
about 10 years ago. And that's when we met the owner of House Call. And I started off as an employee. The state of Louisiana is one of the most difficult states in which to get your home inspection license in,
Oh,
right next to Texas. And so I've been a licensed home inspector for that long. When we moved home to my husband's from East Detroit, East Point, and so when we moved home to the Midwest a few years ago to start our own family and plant our roots here, that's when we started House Call. So we own this territory.
oh,
Um,
great.
so one of the things that we love about what we do is that we get our clients and our agents in our houses with us, because more than just inspecting the houses and looking for all the things that are awesome with the function of a home, but also those things that need to be explained a little more, or maybe some major deficiencies that need to be taken care of, we can explain that to them right in person in the house.
Explain something to me that when if you were there, what you were just referring to. Explain how you would share that with the buyer.
Awesome. So we always encourage our clients to be at the home inspection, because
Mhm.
the whole point of it is to learn about the function and the maintenance of the house, how to keep it safe, whether it be caulking the tub tile or fixing that hole in the roof. We want to make sure that our clients are with us to look around the house, literally over our shoulder if that's what they choose to do. We encourage everyone to follow us around and ask lots of questions. If they're on one
Right.
side of the house taking pictures or measurements and then see something that they have a question about, we always tell them, come and get us because we want to look at that together. But the great thing about doing it together is that the report that they get right away before we even leave the house is really just a reminder of the things that we got to see together.
How do you give them the report before you leave the house?
Well, the program that we use is all just on one device. So as we're going through the house, the very first picture is of the house. And then as we're going through looking at whether it be all the major systems like the roof or the heating, air conditioning, or the plumbing or the electric, or whether it be something small and tedious like the master bedroom door doesn't lock, we're going to take pictures of all of those things and make the notes of those things in the report right there on our device, so that when we're done with that inspection, usually about 2 hours, all we just hit send, and our clients and our agents get the report over email right away.
So what options, that's great because I know that as you go through the report, there's so much hit at you when you're purchasing a home.
Yeah.
And the inspection is such an important, valuable part. I think one of the biggest valuable parts because we need to make a decision. Do we move forward or do we stay? Is it something small we can fix? Is it something we ask the homeowner to fix? Um, far as that goes, so that portion is good. So what other things did you say you were going to tell me about that you do?
Yeah, so a lot of people call them ancillary services, but it all has to do with health and safety of the home. So something that's really popular that we do is we call it a sewer scope. And that's where we take a high definition camera and stick it in the waste pipe, whether it
Yes.
be the crawl space or the basement. And we want to see underground, the thing that the home inspector can't see unless there's actually a video camera in the pipe. So from where it comes from the house all the way to where it connects to whether it be the city sewage line, or if there's a septic field, we want to see what that line looks like. If there's breaks or cracks or dips, we're not going to know unless we stick a video camera in there, and then our client gets the video. We do radon testing, thermal imaging. We use moisture meters. We're all licensed termite inspectors. So if we see any signs of carpenter ants or carpenter bees or termites or the like. We report on that as well. And
Okay.
then we started offering, we partnered up with a company called Green Crew. It's my husband and his partner started a company, and they do ozone and desanitizing of houses, which is awesome, especially
Great.
with the V word out right now.
Yes.
When
The
people
V
go
word.
homes, they want to get rid of that, and that's a really good thing to do as well. And we also look for mold, and we do air quality sampling on site if we see something and a client wants to test the air, make sure that everyone is safe. So you name it, we pretty much are certified for it.
So if somebody calls you, because if it's a buyer looking at maybe at the video, do you suggest as you go through the house certain things that is it a package deal to do inspection, but like the scope? I know that that's usually a secondary or a well or septic. Do you talk to them up front about those items and try to package the deal together, or is it things that you look for? Like obviously mold would be a different story because that would start getting a different category in what your steps are, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. I like when you said, mold, sometimes that's like not necessarily something you get right away. But one of the things that we love about our position in the transaction is you guys are the front line. So when you go to the house with the client, you've been doing this for years. You know exactly what things smell like and what
Yeah.
some things look like. So when we are on the phone with our clients scheduling for a time that's convenient for them to attend, we tell them about all the other stuff that we do. And sometimes they say, hey, Paula and I feel like there's a mold issue, or there's some kind of pollution in the air. Can we test that? So sometimes they do schedule that kind of stuff beforehand.
Okay.
Things like well, septic, sewer scope. Jenna, she's our assistant. She's the one who does all the scheduling. She asks about all that stuff because we want to make
Okay.
sure our clients are educated about what their options even are.
Okay, great. So if you got on an inspection, you could still add that stuff as you're there if you find something that you think you need to investigate a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. We all have the equipment. Absolutely.
Great. And I know that you guys are back to work, which is great. Hopefully we can get you some more business and empower you women in your family. So is there anything else that you want to add to what you do and also how do we get a hold of you?
Awesome. So, a couple of things. One is, a home inspection itself can sometimes be a scary process. We don't know whether a client is a first-time home buyer, or what their are they bringing a whole family in? Is it a single person moving in? Are they going to bring their dad along to the home inspection because they're a little nervous, or is a buyer someone who is just flipped several houses and knows that this one's going to be a piece of work and they're just
Mhm.
along for a to-do list. But the thing is, we treat every client as if they just want to know everything about the house. So home inspection is 50% of it, and then the communication of that and the hey, come along with me is the other 50%. We want to create relationships with our buyers and sellers. If someone is listing a house, they hire us as well. But we want our clients to feel comfortable enough and trust us enough that after the home inspection, when they've moved their family in that house and they're operating things on a normal basis, if they have a question, we can't stress enough, we want you to call us. That's what we are as a team, and we don't want to leave you hanging once you move into the house.
That's kind of like our family team too. We're not just done because the transaction is closed. You want to have that longevity. So for the next one, or for them to refer you to someone else. And
Absolutely.
how do we get a hold of you, my dear?
Ooh, a couple different ways. So social media is big, right now it's the thing. So anything House Call Detroit. So HOUSECALL Detroit. So whether
Okay.
it be the hashtag on Instagram or on Facebook. And then our website is housecalldetroit.com. If you want to call Jenna, she knows everything about everything. I don't know where I'm going tomorrow until Jenna tells me. Her number is 586-434-0243.
So reach out, give Jenna a call to schedule an inspection with you. And let's see, and one last thing. Glad you're back to work. Glad we're back to work. It's so great. So if anybody's out there thinking about buying or selling, and what about, real quickly, do you do pre-inspections as well?
We do. Great question, Paula. So with a pre-listing inspection, clients have options. If they want us to do a full-blown home inspection, by all means, let's do it. We don't want clients who are getting ready to sell their home to be blindsided by the home inspector that
Right.
comes along afterwards. We want you guys to be able to take care of things without having to hire that licensed person to take care of that small thing. If you have, if you feel comfortable doing it yourself, by all means, we want to make that list for you. But we also have what we just call like a safety inspection. Some people call it a 4-point inspection. So it's just us going over the major systems. And of course, it's a heavily discounted price for that, but it's the roof in the attic, all of the electric, all of the plumbing, and then the heating and air conditioning. So those 4 things that tend to cost a lot more than, like I said, adding a lock to the master bedroom. And with that, with what we call our safety inspection, we've also teamed up with a local photographer, and we're doing the 3D Matterport. So if
Oh,
you want to hire us to do that pre-listing safety inspection, we'll do the 3D Matterport as well, and it's a low fee.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be talking. We will be talking. That is such great information. I thank you for your time. But real quick, recap: what are you doing to keep the homeowner safe, the buyer safe, and yourself? Just let's end it with that. What are we doing to keep everybody safe?
Awesome. So since this all began, we started wearing gloves and we're wearing masks. We're sanitizing everything afterwards, whether it be fixtures or door handles, and we are practicing social distancing. So the latest update was that 4 people are allowed into the home. Wonderful. Come along. We want everyone to be there and stay safe themselves. But those are the practices that we're taking.
Looking forward to doing business with you, girl. Great information. Let's everybody get out there and get these houses sold, because there's a lot of buyers out there that need to move into a new home, and there's a lot of sellers that really want to sell.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Paula.
Thank you, honey. Great talking to you again.
You
I
too.
will talk to you soon.
Alrighty.
Thanks.